You know, for 200 years, the world was essentially governed by a fragment of the human population. That's what Europe and North America represented. The arrival of countries like China and India, between them 38% of the world's population, and others like Indonesia and Brazil and so on, represents the most important single act of democratization in the last 200 years. Civilizations and cultures which have been ignored, which had no voice, which were not listened to, which were not known about, will have a different sort of representation in this world. As humanists, we must welcome, surely, this transformation. And we will have to learn about these civilizations. This big ship here was the one sailed in by Zheng He in the early 15th century on his great voyages around the South China Sea, the East China Sea, and across the Indian Ocean to East Africa. The little boat in front of it was the one in which 80 years later Christopher Columbus crossed the Atlantic.
The fifth rise of China in history. The history of China is a narrative of resilience, reinvention, and remarkable resurgence. Spanning millennia, China has risen to global prominence multiple times, reaching civilizational peaks that have shaped the course of human history. Today, we witness what many scholars and observers call the fifth rise of China, a testament to its enduring dynamism and strategic foresight. We examine the historical peaks of Chinese civilization, offering detailed insights into each period, and contextualizes the significance of China's current ascent as its fifth rise in history. The first peak, the Xia, Shang, and Zhou dynasties, from 2100 BCE to 256 BCE. China's first rise as a unified civilization occurred during the era of the Xia, Shang, and Zhou dynasties, marked by significant developments in state formation, culture, and technology. While the Xia dynasty remains semi-mythical, it set the stage for the Shang dynasty, often considered the first historically verified Chinese dynasty. The Shang dynasty showcased early hallmarks of Chinese civilization, including a centralized government, advanced bronze metallurgy, and the development of oracle bones, the precursors to Chinese writing. These innovations not only unified disparate tribes, but also established a cultural and technological foundation for future dynasties. Zhou dynasty, the mandate of heaven. The Zhou dynasty expanded on Shang innovations and introduced the concept of the mandate of heaven, which legitimized imperial rule based on moral governance. This philosophy became central to Chinese political ideology for centuries, reinforcing the role of the state as a moral and spiritual guide for society. The second peak, the Qin and Han dynasties, from 221 BCE to 220 CE. China's second rise is epitomized by the unification under the Qin dynasty and the subsequent flourishing of the Han dynasty. This era laid the groundwork for China's identity as a centralized empire and cultural superpower. In 221 BCE, Qin Shi Huang unified China after centuries of warfare among rival states during the Warring States period. The Qin dynasty introduced sweeping reforms, including the standardization of weights, measures, currency, and writing. The construction of the Great Wall and a vast network of roads symbolized its ambition and administrative capability. However, the Qin dynasty's authoritarian policies led to widespread unrest, and it lasted only 15 years. Despite its brevity, the dynasty's unification of China left an indelible mark on history. The Han dynasty built on Qin foundations, ushering in a golden age of Chinese culture, science, and international influence. Innovations such as papermaking and the seismograph, combined with Confucian governance, created a stable and prosperous society. The Silk Road emerged during this period, facilitating trade and cultural exchange between China, Central Asia, and Europe. The Han dynasty's influence extended far beyond its borders, solidifying China's role as a central player in global history. Its collapse in 220 CE marked the beginning of a period of fragmentation, but its legacy endured in Chinese culture and governance. The third peak, the Tang and Song dynasties, from 618 CE to 1279 CE. The third rise of China unfolded during the Tang and Song dynasties, a period characterized by unprecedented cultural, technological, and economic achievements. The Tang dynasty represented a cosmopolitan era of cultural flourishing. Under the Tang, China became a global hub, attracting traders, scholars, and religious figures from across Asia, the Middle East, and even Europe. Chang'an, modern-day Xi'an, the Tang capital, was one of the world's most populous and advanced cities. Key contributions of the Tang dynasty included the development of woodblock printing and the promotion of Buddhism, which deeply influenced Chinese art, literature, and philosophy. The Tang also expanded China's territory, enhancing its geopolitical influence. Following the Tang, the Song dynasty ushered in a period of remarkable innovation. Often regarded as a commercial revolution, the Song dynasty witnessed advances in agriculture, industry, and trade. Key innovations included gunpowder, movable type printing, and the compass, technologies that would later influence the world. The Song also implemented paper money and developed sophisticated financial systems, fostering economic growth and urbanization. Despite political challenges, the Song period was one of immense creativity and progress, setting the stage for future advancements. The fourth peak, the Ming and Qing dynasties, 1368 to 1912. The fourth rise of China occurred under the Ming and Qing dynasties, which restored Chinese sovereignty after periods of foreign domination and ushered in an era of imperial consolidation. The Ming dynasty began with the expulsion of Mongol rule and a focus on restoring Chinese cultural identity. It is perhaps best known for the voyages of Zheng He, whose massive fleets demonstrated China's naval power and facilitated trade across the Indian Ocean. The Ming also rebuilt the Great Wall and reinforced central authority, promoting internal stability and cultural achievement. However, a focus on internal development and conservative policies limited China's engagement with global maritime trade in later years. The Qing dynasty, established by the Manchu, expanded China's borders to unprecedented levels, incorporating Tibet, Xinjiang, and Mongolia. This period saw China as a dominant power in East Asia, with a sophisticated bureaucracy and thriving economy. However, by the 19th century, internal corruption, population pressure, and external pressures from Western imperialism and the Opium Wars weakened the Qing. The dynasty's collapse in 1912 marked the end of China's imperial era and set the stage for modern transformations. The fifth rise, modern China, 1949 to present. China's current rise, often referred to as its fifth rise, began in the mid-20th century with the establishment of the People's Republic of China, PRC, in 1949 under Mao Zedong. This modern resurgence has been shaped by revolutionary change, economic reform, and geopolitical ambition. Under Mao, China pursued radical policies such as the Great Leap Forward and the Cultural Revolution, which aimed to transform society but resulted in economic stagnation and social upheaval. Following Mao's death in 1976, Deng Xiaoping introduced sweeping market-oriented reforms, initiating China's economic transformation. From the late 20th century onwards, China experienced rapid industrialization and urbanization, emerging as the world's largest economy measured by PPP. Policies emphasizing exports, infrastructure development, and technological innovation fueled this growth. Cities like Shanghai and Shenzhen became symbols of modernity, while initiatives such as the Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, reinforced China's global influence. China's fifth rise is also marked by a technological renaissance. It has become a leader in artificial intelligence, renewable energy, and space exploration, with achievements such as the Chang'e lunar missions. Culturally, China has sought to reclaim its historical legacy while promoting contemporary arts and ideas. As a global power, modern China plays a pivotal role in international institutions and regional alliances. Its strategic partnerships and economic outreach have positioned it as a key player in shaping the 21st century world order. Lessons from history. China's historical peaks reveal recurring themes of resilience, adaptation, and innovation. Each rise has been driven by unique factors, from technological breakthroughs to cultural flourishing and strategic governance. These historical experiences provide valuable insights into China's ability to navigate challenges and seize opportunities. Lessons for a declining American civilization. The United States, a 200-year-old civilization facing significant challenges, can draw valuable lessons from China's historical patterns of resurgence. China's ability to overcome periods of decline and rise anew offers a blueprint for renewal in the face of internal and external adversities. Emphasizing cultural and institutional resilience. China's dynasties maintained core cultural and philosophical principles, such as Confucianism and the mandate of heaven, to preserve societal cohesion during turbulent times. The United States could benefit from revisiting its foundational values of democracy, liberty, and innovation, while adapting them to modern realities. Strengthening civic education and fostering a renewed sense of national identity could unify a fragmented society. Investing in long-term strategic planning. Each of China's rises was characterized by long-term planning, from the infrastructure projects of the Qin dynasty to the strategic reforms of the Song dynasty. The US can adopt a similar approach by focusing on sustainable economic policies, investing in infrastructure, and fostering innovation to address 21st century challenges like climate change and technological competition. Balancing domestic stability with global engagement. China's historical success often hinged on achieving domestic stability before pursuing international ambitions. For the US, addressing income inequality, healthcare, and education disparities at home can create a stronger foundation for global leadership. Learning from failures and adapting policies. China's ability to learn from failures, whether during the fall of the Qing dynasty or the setbacks of the Cultural Revolution, was pivotal to its resurgence. The US must similarly analyse past policy missteps, such as overextended military interventions or financial crises, to craft more effective future strategies. Leveraging technological innovation. China's technological advancements have played a critical role in its fifth rise. The US, with its strong tradition of innovation, can regain global leadership by doubling down on research and development, particularly in emerging fields like renewable energy, artificial intelligence, and biotechnology. Embracing a multilateral world order. China's re-engagement with the world through initiatives like the Belt and Road highlights the importance of multilateralism. The US can rebuild trust with allies and strengthen international institutions to foster a cooperative global environment. The fifth rise of China reflects the culmination of millennia of civilizational development. Rooted in a rich historical legacy, modern China's resurgence underscores its capacity to adapt and innovate in the face of changing global dynamics. For the United States, learning from China's historical peaks and applying those lessons to contemporary challenges could pave the way for a renewed American civilization in the centuries to come. As history demonstrates, the decline of one era often seeds the rise of another, a process shaped by vision, resilience, and the willingness to adapt.